Hello, this is Greg. I have a little project I've been working on. I ordered these little boards right here off of PCBWAY. It's a female to female USB. They come out like this when they're done. Hopefully, this is the this is the first one I did, which it'll work. This is the second one I did, a little bit better. This is the third one I did. I like it the best because the heat shrink actually locked around the corners. Now, when I did these, I picked this slot because it's stronger than that slot right here, the one with these legs in the back, because you have all this head out here to, shake around and get maneuvered. These just add a lot of, setting up that little V from here up to here on each side adds an incredible amount of strength to the unit. So that's why I picked it, not realizing that I couldn't find any of those. None. This is the best I could do, is this right here. So I'm going to show you how I fix it. Let's get going. Enough talking. You want to keep these little nubs when you click them off, because we'll be soldering those into the holes and putting these on and putting this together. And another one. Oh, and on these you have this little plastic nub right there that kind of messes things up a little bit for laying down flat. The reason why I'm doing this is because when I looked for some of these female to female USB A, they were 11 something a piece, and with $3 shipping. Doing it this way, I'm making these with these USBs that I purchased, which I could probably do a lot better on price and stuff. These were $1.14 a piece. So what I'm going to do is stick these in these holes here. One on this side, right here. Take a spare PCB and lay it down to make up for this little, you got this little ridge that sticks up. Keeps it from laying down flat in there. We'll still have to make some adjustments on them anyway. And let's tack this down. See what I'm doing there? Yeah. That one. And that one. Now let's see how they're laying in here. This one doesn't look too bad. Let's heat it up and snap it down. Same thing over here. Let's snap it down. Looks pretty flat, doesn't it? All right. And they look like they're fairly straight. Yeah, this one here could use a little adjustment, so let's heat this up. Give it just a touch. Okay. All right, there we go. It's just trying to be picky about how I do it, that's all. In the backyard, I got time. So one thing I'm not lacking of out here is time to sit around and fiddle with stuff. So I don't worry about I'm not doing repairs. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do repairs, but very, very far and few between. And other than for myself. So those are on there nicely. Now, why we need the nubs, as you can see, look at how loose they are. They literally that wouldn't hold up at all. So what I've been doing is grabbing onto one of these little nubbies, and we just slide it in this little hole right here. Oh, come Oh, didn't get it right there. And just be patient. It's going to be fiddly. And then moving real slow. Now I have my soldering tip set to 500 Celsius, and I got this big old fat baby on here. And this is brand new. And I will say, I give PCBWAY kudos on these boards are clean. Okay, look at how easy that soldered in. Just filled the hole in all the way through. So, yeah, as far as their customer service goes, I can't really say a lot. But when it comes to their actual parts, the way that they function and things, it depends on how you built it. I mean, you can build a real cheap board, super thin and not take your time with it. But these are for me. I want these fairly thick. I think I forgot to cut off that little nub, didn't I? I don't think I'm going to worry about it. It looks like it's sitting on there really good anyway, so I'll just leave it alone. I don't even know why they're there, but they put them there for a reason. There we go. Get in that crack. There we go. Boom. And then come through the hole. Yes. So you can see that this is, and this is just, now it's just solid. It's on there. It's not coming off. I like the structure of that plug a lot better than I do the ones where they just go right straight across. I wish I could find a batch that fit this hole. Boy, look at that one. Just quick and clean, huh? There's a lot of metal in this USB, so you really want to take a little bit of time letting the heat sink in. All the way through, and one more. Oops. This side. Oh. There. Oh, come on. Boom, right there. Perfect. Okay. There we go with that. I'm leaving that flux in there. I'm just leaving it there on purpose because I don't want any moisture to build up in this. And then we have some heat shrink scissors. And let's see if I can do a decent job on this one again. About there, I think we'll try. This heat shrink has glue in it. If you didn't see that on the other thing there. See, it's glued itself shut. Well, has it? Maybe I should have popped the other side out. Hold on a second here. I got a fixer for this. There we go. That's what they taught me in the infantry. When everything else fails, get your knife. Stab it. Crazy asses. All right, now let's see what we can do here. Let's see, I want the bottom of the board first. I want to glue this. I want to glue this bottom down real good on here first. Because that will just seal in all those soldered joints so no moisture will get in there to mess with them. So I have no idea what I might end up doing with these in the future. They might be on something where I'm just extending two wires together. But every time I go for one of these, every time I need something like this, I'm always having to put a bunch of stuff together. And so not anymore. I have 15 of these things to work with. And if this one, and this one's working really good. I think I might do some USB-Cs and maybe some micros too. We'll see. We'll see how this holds up over time. But I can't see what, there's really nothing to go wrong with it. There's no circuitry inside of it or anything. And then let's, nice and hot, and give it a little push down here. And there we go. There is a, ooh, still hotter than heck, female to female USB. Let's see if it works. All right, my little tester here is I have this going from a USB-C just because that's my phone charger supply. So we'll plug it into here. Oh, God darn, that's still hot. Boom. And then I have this right here is a little, just reads volts. Just tells you if it's on or not. Slip that into there. Let's give it a plug. And 4.9 volts. So, I hope that, I hope this helps somebody in some manner to, if you have problems with your USB, that's a way to solder, or the port, that's a way to solder it in so it will be nice and solid. If you need these, you can, I don't know whether I even covered it on, let me see, desktop. I made this on Easy EDA, is where I came up, where I did this. I'm going to pause a minute and get a video. Okay, this is Det Builds Stuff. This is his website, and this is the video that I watched right here. And he goes through, right here he does something and I got a little lost. I couldn't figure it out. But he goes through from beginning to end how to do the whole project.
So you guys want to do some PCB design?
And he speaks English, but he's German. So, it just depends on whether you can understand him or not. I've been listening to so many foreigners with broken English for so long that I kind of catch on kind of quick. So, but anyway, and that's where I learned how to use Easy EDA in, what was it? In 56 minutes is the long length of the video. It took me several hours of pauses and backs and stuff, but anyway, that's how I did it. So, and then once you get it into Easy EDA, then there's a whole nother thing on how to do the PCBWAY. So that would be a whole nother video. So if you're an amateur and you're just trying to start off like I am, I've only been working in electronics for a little over 2 years with no formal education of any kind. Most of my education is off of learning electronics repair. Guy named Richard. I have a thing called Asperger's, and it kind of prevents me from. I'm fucked up socially, to put it in short. So in a school or classroom environment, I have a tendency to blurt things out that are not socially correct. They're correct. What I'm saying is correct. I'm just not, I have a bad habit of pissing people off. So I stay away from them as much as possible. Anyway, so if I can do that with just YouTube, I am positive that you guys can do the same. Anyway, I hope this was interesting. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.